Hey guys, I got tagged by the Reaper King. Gaming with the Reaper King is his YouTube handle, in something called the gamer tag, and he asked a bunch of questions, and I'm totally gonna answer them because I can and it's fun, and I don't know, I like doing vlogs. So I'm gonna try and answer them as quickly as I can because usually my vlogs kind of run forever. So, because I don't know who to tag, I tag all of you guys. So if you have YouTube channels and you do videos, you gotta answer these questions too. Hopefully I remember to post them in the description so you can read them there. If not, answer them in the comments section so I can see what you guys like, because this is about video games pretty much. So, here we go. Question 1. What are your top 10 games of all time? I didn't read any of these beforehand, so my answers are not prepared. Dot Hack, definitely the original Dot Hack games, also the Dot Hack sequel, but I'm just going to count all of them as one game. Dot Hack, Harvest Moon, Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy X, definitely. Final Fantasy VIII. Those are maybe I should just count all of those as one as well. Uncharted. Uncharted was the game that made me want to become a video game programmer, actually. So there you go, the Uncharted series. Kingdom Hearts. I'm running out. Oh no. Dissidia. I love Dissidia. I played the hell out of Dissidia, and I don't even like fighting games. What's another game that I played the heck out of? I guess Batman Arkham Asylum. Only Batman Arkham Asylum. I played the heck out of that. Oh, the Elder Scrolls game. Especially Oblivion. I played Oblivion to tears. I think I stayed up for 72 hours once without realizing it. Like I stopped playing and then I was like, oh, whatever, I'm already awake. And then I just went through my day and then I kept playing and then I was like, blah, blah, blah. And then I just stayed up forever. So definitely Elder Scrolls, Oblivion, and Skyrim, but nothing will ever replace Oblivion for me. There you go, there's my 10 games. What is the first game I played and the first game system, I guess, that I owned? So the first game I ever played, I don't necessarily think I remember. I have a brother who's 13 years older than me, so I probably played a bunch of his games on, like, oh my gosh, he had a Genesis. He had a Sega Genesis, and I think he had a Nintendo, a Super Nintendo. And I think I played games on both of those. And sometimes he would play video games for me, so that's kind of hard. I think technically the first system that I owned would probably, if not consider the PC, the Nintendo 64, or maybe his Game Boy. Not even Game Boy Color, just his Game Boy. It was like this thick. And I played like Magic School Bus games on the PC, but I used to play games on the PC all the time. What games do I currently play and enjoy the most? Probably, I love Dot Hack on my series. I know it's probably not the most popular game on my channel right now, like I think Life is Strange is, but I love Dot Hack. I always do. Current games would have to be Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. I've been training my ultimate dragon party and just sending level 1 dinos out into the universe through Wonder Trade because I'm cool like that with like super attacks and stuff. I got a level 100 Goodra that had Pokerus through GTS. Didn't ask for a level 100 Goodra, I just needed a Goodra. And I got a level 100 one. So that was kind of cool, and it was Japanese. What else? I was playing Harvest Moon Story of Seasons. I like it. It's a little complicated and not as fleshed out, I feel, as the old Harvest Moon games were. Like, Harvest Moon More Friends of Mineral Town is by far one of my most favorite games of all time. I think it's probably had the most hours sunk into it out of any game I've ever played in my entire life. I just love that game. What else am I playing? Tamagotchi Life, Animal Crossing, all of that. If you guys want to be friends on 3DS, post your 3DS thingamajiggies and we can play games together. It'd be super cool, and I can give you like fruit and stuff in Animal Crossing. And Pokemans. I can give you level 1 dinos and Bagons because I've got loads of those. And a Goomy, because Slug Dragon is the best. Goomy for president. Who remembers that? What is my favorite game series? Definitely gotta be Dot Hack or Kingdom Hearts. Not Final Fantasy. I liked the original Final Fantasy games. I'm not too big on the latest ones. I haven't tried the MMO. I kind of want to. And Uncharted. Uncharted has to be one of my all-time favorite game series. I was a freaking beast at those games. You don't understand how good I was at Uncharted. The very first medals I ever got, like ever completed, was the headshot medals, because that was just all I did was headshots. I would totally do videos of Uncharted on my channel if I could, and then I wouldn't be doing headshots. I'd probably miss everything because I'd be filming. But like I played all of those games on Nightmare first and then got all of the headshot medals. I was amazing at Uncharted. What else? What is your favorite racing game? I actually don't like racing games, so I can't answer this one because I don't play any racing games, so I have no idea. I don't know anything about cars, and I'm really bad at racing games. Maybe I do know one? No, I don't. I don't know any. I was trying to think like outside the box, like Mario Kart or something. No, I don't know any. I'm not even good at Mario Kart. What is your favorite fighting game? Definitely Dissidia or Injustice Gods Among Us, because I can relate to those characters. I'm not too big on playing games that are like fighting games that I didn't get into as a kid, I guess. So, you know, like Mortal Kombat and, yeah, I guess that counts. Mortal Kombat I never got into, and so now today it feels kind of weird to play because the characters don't mean anything to me. It's the same thing with League of Legends. I lean more towards Smite or Infinite Crisis because those characters mean something to me. Smite is gods from myths, and I love mythology, so there you go. And and religions, existing religions, I should say, because I know some people who are actually believers of Norse mythology, so for them it's not even mythology, it's religion. Anyways, so, oh my gosh, what was the other one? What was I talking? Oh, Infinite Crisis is DC characters, so obviously I'm gonna love that. I'm a big DC fan. I also like Marvel, but I'm slightly bigger on DC than I am on Marvel. What was I talking about? Fighting games? My favorite fighting game? Definitely Dissidia or Injustice Gods Among Us, because Injustice is DC characters, and I love the Flash, and yep, there you go. So what gaming system do I currently like the most? PC, PlayStation, Microsoft, or Nintendo? So I'm assuming Microsoft means Xbox, because Microsoft technically is also PC. I am more, lately, of a PC gamer, but I'm not religiously a PC gamer. I just like PC gaming because I have this massive monster of a PC system that runs games like a beast, and that's pretty much the only reason. PlayStation hasn't come out with anything yet that has made me want to buy it. Neither has the Xbone, so there you go. Well, I guess I am a Nintendo fan because I really like the 3DS. I am a huge fan of handhelds because I'm almost never home, so it's really hard for me to sit down with a system in front of a TV and play and not feel like I should be doing my homework or studying. What kind of game am I looking forward to one day being made? That's a tricky one. I want to see a good Harvest Moon, like Another Wonderful Life. I want to see the Wonderful Life games remade because those games were freaking amazing. I want to see a Harvest Moon game where you have a kid who grows up and it's part of the storyline and then you die. That shit was real, yo. That shit was real. Your kid takes over your farm for you. Maybe, depending on, you know, what your kid turned out to be. That game was freaking amazing. Harvest Moon, Wonderful Life, like, the Wonderful Life and Another Wonderful Life, they were just the best. Their marriageable candidates for the girl game were not that fantastic, but they were kind of weird, if we're being honest. You had the lazy bum. You had the guy who was like super emo because I guess he had like a weak respiratory system or something. I'm not sure. I mean, he had a good reason to be, but he was like super dark. Hated everything about life. And then you have the hippie, and I think that's it. I think I got all of them. Yeah, I got all of them. The lazy bum who doesn't do any work. The guy who farms but can't really exert himself too much because he doesn't have a strong immunity or whatever. And the hippie. And those were your only options if you were a girl. So, it's kind of awkward. I would love to see a good Harvest Moon game made. Or at least a game like that, because the Harvest Moon these days has gotten really kind of... They put too much into it. There never needed to be some overarching story. There never needed to be that. There never needed to be complications. You just needed to live a life that wasn't complicated, that was simple, and farm, and take you away from the complications of real life. So I guess that's that. What is your favorite anime-based game? I have to say Sword Art Online. I've been playing Sword Art Online, the video game, on my PS Vita. It has the worst translations known to mankind. Like, it is awful. You can't tell sometimes what even is trying to be said. But the gameplay is so addicting. It is so good. So good. It is, like, amazing. I can't begin to tell you. It feels just like an MMO. It feels just like Sword Art Online. And, I mean, It's so good. The only problem is the story sucks. They really ruined Asuna. Asuna was my favorite character from Sword Art Online, and they just turned her into like super clingy, addictive, obsessive waifu that I just... they ruined her. She's my favorite character. She was so strong and tough and badass, and they ruined her. And then finally, question 10, what is your most anticipated games that you're looking forward to? It could be MMORPGs or normal games. Uncharted 4. And actually a game I learned about at E3 called Horizon. Horizon is a excuse me while I forget how to speak English. Horizon is a post-apocalyptic video game set after mankind is pretty much kind of wiped out. And there are cities left that are like shells. And then there are also these weird, crazy electronic like dinosaur type things going around that collect resources that I guess humankind made before they got wiped out. So now you play as these humans who I guess have sort of built up like small clans after humanity got wiped out. And they hunt these electric beasts in order to collect their resources to survive. And so that's a really interesting take on like a post-apocalyptic future. I thought that was really fascinating. We watched a gameplay for it. It was fucking amazing. And then the other game, Uncharted 4, because duh, I love Uncharted. It looks so good. Oh my god, it looks amazing. I'm not gonna spoil anything about that because I watched the gameplay today and it looks just so good. It looks so good. Oh my god. I love Uncharted so much. It's like my favorite thing ever. So, there you go. I think that answers everything. I hopefully answered everything correctly. I'm gonna like watch this later and be like, no, that's not the answer I wanted. And look, it's only like 12 minutes long. I better stop now because every time I say that I go on for another like 10 minutes. So I tag all of you guys. You guys either gotta make a video and show me the video with your answers or post in the comments below what your answers are to these 10 questions and I shall hopefully remember to post them in the description. So thank you so much for watching and I hope you had a wonderful time and I hope you enjoyed this video and I love you all to absolute death and back. So I will see you guys next time. Bye.